Hello everyone, this is Saberstorm and welcome to my first Global Game Jam review of 2019. I think this year's jam was one of the best we've ever had and I'm really looking forward to playing and giving my feedback on all of them. As my first review this year, I'm changing things up, particularly in my videos. Last year I used live commentary as I played the game in question. This year I'm using different software and so I'm going with recorded gameplay and a voiceover instead. Hopefully this will also help reduce the number of times I get distracted. I've also re-evaluated how I do these reviews. In the past I gave numerical scores based on individual categories and overall presentation. I've realized that it's not a very effective way to do so and goes against the spirit of my intent, to provide feedback on a gaming equivalent of a rough draft rather than present a final grade on a finalized project. To that end, I'm abandoning and replacing the numerical system and the use of categories. These are game jam projects after all, and their experimental nature ultimately does not conform to such limitations. Instead, I'll be presenting my thoughts and experiences playing the game, and then I'll give a ranking based on how well developed I think the ideas and concepts were. The ranks I'm going to be using are Restart It, Build It, Expand It, Polish It, and Publish It. If you want more information on how I'm grading those, you can take a look at my written description on Patreon. With that out of the way, I present to you Obscured. This was created using the Unreal Engine and is a journey-like that interprets this year's theme as searching for a way home through a dense fog. I really like the use of a fog of war mechanic as a hindrance in a 3D platformer instead of classic enemies, and it shines the best in moments of reaching the mountaintops to look down and see where you've been. The art direction in the game is also a joy to view, the patterns resembling paper cutouts and the 3D models looking like puppets and props. Combined together, they give off the feeling of being inside an interpretive puppet show where the music tells a story. The music and sound design is also quite good, though I found that both do cut off and I can't tell if it's triggered by an action or by playing the game for too long. The animations are unfortunately not smooth, though that works both for and against the overall aesthetic. The stutters in the animation lend to the idea that the entire game is a puppet show, but are a little too kilter. There are some issues gameplay-wise with odd collision boxes and a bit of a funky camera. A limited jump and a lack of sprint also make the game drag quite a bit. While only presented in a single level here, I can easily see the ideas in this game being applied to multiple levels using many more environments. Another possible improvement would be to add more types of fog, as the way that the mechanic is used leads to some interesting ideas. Maybe adding a fog that require the use of lanterns to disperse, or perhaps they don't disperse at all. I'd personally love for Obscured to see this team get together again, clean up the mechanics, and build out a full game. My final rating for it is Expanded.